Welcome back to another episode of.
There we go.
Hi, video people. I'm under the weather today. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of We Roguelike It. Just almost said Game Club again. It's too many episodes this week. We're talking the third week of Crypt and the NecroDancer. We had a quick meeting here beforehand, and we're still really enjoying playing this, so we're going to extend it to a fourth week. Talked a little bit about this really early on in the show. We're sort of like, we try and estimate how long we're going to play this game, not, 65 weeks, but, if we really like it, extend it a little bit. If we sort of run out of content after 2 weeks, then overnight, that was a 2-week game.
Sunless Sea was a good example of that.
Yeah, where it's like, please no more. I'm broken. But yeah, we're gonna stretch NecroDancer to 4 weeks because I feel like there's still more content in there for us to dig into. But let's start talking about this week. I finished Zone 2 finally.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. I think when I did it, I genuinely really didn't have a super overpowered run.
Yeah.
I just got really lucky placement with both the red dragons and then the differently colored skeletons on 2-3.
Yes.
When I got that, I did pretty all right.
Yeah, it's the benefit/downfall of procedurally generated stuff.
Right.
It's like when you get a bad run, you can get a real bad run. I need to talk about my dig plus move run this week.
Yeah, I love the miner's cap?
The miner's hat, yes.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, that does the dig plus move, and I had a really solid run going on until I was using the dig plus move stuff. And I accidentally opened up 3 rooms at once that I hadn't gone into yet.
Oh, no.
So I had 3 rooms of enemies all come out at me at the exact same time.
Oh, no.
I promptly got smashed into the ground like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
So that didn't go so well.
The one item I picked up this week that I really liked, and this was on the Switch version, I don't know if that makes a difference, picked up the Arc Dagger.
The Arc Dagger. Is that the one that does 5 damage?
No, that's the crystalline dagger, something like that. The Arc Dagger is a short dagger that looks like a lightning bolt, and it sort of has a yellow highlight around it. It does I think it does either 4 or 5 damage, but it also does chain lightning. So stab one dude and chains like 2 or 3 other people. That also does 5 damage.
What? Yeah, I don't have this thing. I've never seen this in my life.
I've only seen it once, and I played NecroDancer a lot. Ugh, get out of here, cat. I played NecroDancer a lot this week to try and get through Zone 2. I only saw it once, but man, that run was really good.
Yeah, that sounds like it will be. What boss did you get on your Zone 2 run?
I got Coral Riff, which is like the perfect boss to...
Yeah, he's nice and chilled.
Yeah, I know how to beat this one. It's not that conga guy with the dropped beat.
Yep, Donkey Konga or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Gorilla Konga.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had him on my Zone 3 run, and I beat him with 1 health left, so...
Oh, wow.
I love the fact that his music is off rhythm.
Yes.
Like, his beats are off rhythm. It's really, really cool. But yeah, I beat Zone 3 this week.
Wow.
And unlocked Zone 4. Mostly thanks to a friend. So when you're in the main room, it's got all the outside doors at like the lobby, and it's like, when you first start, it's like, find me in Zone 1 to open this door, find me in Zone 2, find me in Zone 3. And you need to go collect the glass key, make it to the next floor without taking any damage, find them on the next floor, and then open the cage.
A glass key is usually on like 2-2, right? And 2-3,
it's
the
on
glass cage is on?
Yeah, it's on like zone 2-2, and then the cage is on Zone 3-3, or 1-3. Then the same for Zone 2 and the same for Zone 3. Like, you've got one unlockable thing for each floor, I believe.
Right.
I think the one on Zone 3 is the janitor, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
But I had a locked door in the room, and I couldn't figure out what it was. So I went up to the door, and it was like, okay, find me in Zone 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I'm going to go back. I'm going to do a couple of runs of Zone 2, see if I can't find this guy. I got the stupid leprechaun this week.
Aha, hey, it does exist.
Yep, it does exist. I got him because I beat a gigantic enemy and then the boss, and both of them dropped like 50 coins each.
Right.
And he just appeared, and I was like, what? There he is. There's that leprechaun.
We come back.
So I went on Zone 2, and I found the glass key. I got through to the next floor. I found the cage. I unlocked it. I had a pretty good run at that point, so I was doing okay. So the thing it's when you're at the main lobby, it's the southeast one. So the southwest is the janitor, who will take items out of the circulation for you.
Right.
They're still unlocked, but they're just out of circulation for the runs. Mm-hmm. So I've been using him to clean it up, and it's like, I don't want the armor that does 0.5 defense. I'll take that out of circulation. I don't want
glass armor.
Yeah, I'll take all the glass stuff out. Like, I've been going through and I've been cleaning that up, and it's been helping because I've been getting stronger and stronger runs as I've been cleaning these things out. Went through Zone 2, found the key, got the thing. It's like, great, I'll meet you back at the lobby. It's like, okay, cool. Beat Zone 2. I think I got Coral Rift that time as well.
Nice.
Beat Coral Rift. Got through to the end, went down. It's called the Diamond Exchange.
Okay.
So what you do is every single time you go in there, they will have 3 randomized items in front of them, kind of similar to the other shops and the permanent upgrades and stuff, that if you spend your diamonds on them, you start your next run with those items.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So let me tell you about how the time I picked up 6 diamonds and started the run with the silver bow that does 2 damage.
Ooh, hello.
So straight away I've got a super long ranged attack. It doesn't need to be reloaded.
Even better.
And I also started with an apple as well because I had 1 diamond spare.
Right.
So then you go into each zone already potentially with a better weapon, a health item, and a spell or an item unlocked that you can have there as well.
I gotta get that.
It makes you so much more powerful from the get-go.
Wow. Yeah, because the thing... So I ran a couple of runs of Zone 3. Boy, Zone 3 does not mess around immediately.
Nope. It does not.
One of my bigger criticisms of the game, and I didn't realize, because I haven't really been looking ahead in this game, where it's like, oh, don't forget, here are all the super powerful unlockables, because I feel like, a little bit off topic, I feel like a little bit of the min-maxing with dead cells sort of turned me off from that, where it's like, I can't believe you unlocked this item. That's, God, it's used, now your pool is totally screwed up. So I've been looking forward. One of the things I wrote in my notes for this week that this will resolve is my frustration about the game, where it feels punishing starting each zone without the benefit of being able to start, moving all zones mode aside. There's no real great way of doing like a run, because all zones mode has its own downsides. There's no real great way to say, like, I'm gonna hit zone 1 and I'm just gonna keep going to have a really strong run.
Yeah, because as soon as you're done with zone 1, it kicks you back to the lobby and you lose everything.
Yeah, and there's not even, like, I would almost be okay going from zone to zone and, like, maybe saying, like, okay, I'll lose a random item, including my weapon, or lose a health container. Obviously there would have to be some sort of trade-off to carry from zone to zone, but that's one of my big problems with NecroDancer is I feel like, and this is potentially my inexperience with roguelikes in general rearing its head, I really wish I could just do a full run.
Yeah.
Like of a normal run.
Yeah, like an easy all zones mode kind of thing. Because the all zones mode in this is like, here you go, have 3 health instead of what you can have.
Right, and like good luck.
Yeah. So if you could get like an easy version, it was like, I don't know, this is just for fun kind of thing.
Yeah, and there is the easy version in there, the dance pad mode, where you start with a broadsword and you start with a whole bunch of extra stuff like a spell and a healing item and all that stuff. But that's not really. I don't mind starting zone 1 from the beginning. I mind starting zone 3 from the beginning.
That was the thing that was always the brick wall against me in Zone 3. Because Zone 3 throws a whole bunch of enemies at you real fast.
Like moving diagonally, and they're just like teleporting and running away from you. It's like, Zone 3, come on, man.
And it's got the stupid red ghosts who dodge behind you when you swing at them, so you've got to be on your toes about that. It's got I doubt you've seen them yet, but it's got the stupid fire and ice snails who you cannot damage until you get right next to them, and then they take off their shells so you can actually damage them.
You're right, though. The like half and half fire and ice, it's really clever because the beat stays the same, which is great. But the musical styles are different, and that's that. I wasn't expecting it to be that cool.
Yeah, if that zone is not called a Song of Fire and Ice, then it's so dumb.
That's true. I wonder if that was just their development name for it.
Possibly, yeah. But Zone 3 is like, I do love Zone 3, but it's super punishing, super hardcore punishing when you first jump in there. And then, like, because I was doing a couple of runs of Zone 3, and I was doing the same thing I always do, which is I get to floor 2, I do something stupid, it costs me a run.
Yeah.
I had an amazing run. I had multiplier-based dig, multiplier-based armor, multiplier-based weapon.
Wow.
And I already have the thing that starts you with 2 times multiplier from the get-go anyway. Like, all of those permanent upgrades, I've got them all.
Yeah.
I have cleaned out that shop. I've cleaned out the 2 other shops. Like, I've bought everything I could buy.
I've got it all.
When I have diamonds, there was no reason for me to go back to the lobby because I didn't have a reason to spend the diamonds.
Right.
And I was doing Zone 3. I was really headbutting against the wall. I was like, I'm just going to do something different. I just want to do something else in the game for a little bit. So I went down, I saw the door, I thought, well, let's just try and unlock this character. I can probably handle Zone 2 enough to the point where I can get through getting the key and then getting to the next floor without taking damage.
Yeah.
The run I did it in, it was very helpful. I ended up getting a whip to start off with. So I was like,
perfect.
This is great.
Yeah.
I can just play it safe, get the things I need, and then boogie on down kind of thing. Got the key, got the unlock, figured out what that person did. I was like, now it's on. Now it's 100%
I got this.
on. Because even if you have a bad run, the Zone 3 is pretty good about it. He's at least 6, maybe 6, 7 diamonds.
Yeah.
So every single time I was coming out of that, it was like, okay, I'm going to go check if the shops have new inventory. No, they don't, because occasionally they'll just get a new spell. Like I just got the transmute spell, but I don't know what that does.
Oh, yeah.
I'll jump in, check those shops. No, nothing. Let's go down to the diamond exchange. I'll have whatever weapon you've got. I don't care what it is. I will take it. I started getting really good with the triple ammo crossbow, where it's like 3 shots and you have to reload.
Yeah.
Yep. Especially against those stupid imps. Because reloading takes up a beat, which means the imps will come back at you, giving you the line of sight for them. So it works out really well for them. I totally always forget as well, you can throw your dagger, so that's probably also a way to get rid of them.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yep. So I was thinking, I can do this now. I'm doing a bit better. So I ended up going through, and I had a really solid run in Zone 3 and just sweep the floor with everybody because I managed to make it through the early part of the floors, like the floor 1 and early floor 2, taking minimal damage because I started with a health item. I started with a better weapon. Then it means I'm not spending as much gold in the shops. I'm not doing that kind of stuff, you know. Oh, it was so much better to start with that weapon.
Yeah. Speaking of weapons, I actually I didn't really understand what the enchant weapon spell did until I picked up on floor 2. I was running low on health. I bought a whip, which is just great health insurance, and I picked up the enchant weapon spell. I used it and turned it into a blood whip.
Yep.
That was the run I realized. I hadn't realized it before. Whipping the or hitting the mushrooms on zone 2 counts as killing an enemy, which is really great with blood weapons. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yep. Cool. And the lava pot that you see in Zone 3, same thing.
Perfect. Okay. That's going to help a ton.
Yep.
And my last note here is I tried out the other shopkeeper voice option.
Oh, there's another shopkeeper voice.
I don't like it.
I'm not even gonna change it.
It changes his sprite to a different character, but it also changes his voice to, I think it's just like a real person singing, and
Yeah,
that's not what I'm there for. I like Freddie Merchantry because he sounds like he is samples. Like, it sounds artificial, and I dig that. Like, maybe he's some sort of android that found its way into the into the crypt. Like,
he is the best. And Zone 4 music is a little bit insane.
Okay.
But the shopkeeper part is hilarious. Have you've seen Fifth Element? I'm assuming
I have, yes.
you remember the Diva concert.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's how he sounds.
Great, just like all over the place.
Yep, it's so good.
That's really good, man. But yeah, we're extending this to a fourth week. I think partially because we're both still having a lot of fun, and I haven't even done like deeper into all zones mode. I haven't done daily runs.
I haven't even played as a different character, and some of them sound really cool.
Like the challenges, I haven't really done any of those. I'm not. That to me is all like supplemental, like master class stuff. Where it's like I feel good playing as Cadence. I know there's a bunch of the other characters that all change how you play that game. I'm not really interested in doing that right now because I feel like I don't have that foundation yet. But
yeah, I'm curious if playing as the other characters will unlock additional items to be bought in like the permanent upgrade shop kind of thing.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
If I play as
Eli or whatever.
Yeah, or I just unlocked a monk. I don't know what he does.
Great.
But I unlocked the monk.
Right.
So maybe he is an unarmed and does a whole bunch of damage being an unarmed person. I hope so.
Cool.
But
yeah, maybe we'll have to look as soon as we finish this. But yeah, NecroDancer is still great. I feel much better now that I've finally busted through the Zone 2 wall.
Yes, same for me in Zone 3. Like, it took so long, but figuring out that person who's in Zone 2 to unlock, it was like, ooh, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go try and do that because that
I would recommend it.
Yeah, that to me sounds like it's gonna mitigate a lot of my not frustrations, but a lot of my like, I just wish they would have done this. That would really like fit my fancy personally.
Yeah.
But that's our episode this week. Thank you very much for listening. We'll see you all next week.
Bye.